Last story of the day that I want to touch upon is Michael Strahan has been in the news. Right, Veterans Day was just this past week, and they had Sunday football, and they were honoring the veterans on Sunday football, and he made the news because all of his sportscaster colleagues, they were standing up before the game. They was doing the national anthem, and everyone had their hands on their heart while they was going through the national anthem. And Michael Strahan was just sitting there with his hands crossed and folded while all of his other colleagues had their hands on their heart. And then he faced a big backlash of media basically saying how, and I love Michael Strahan, great guy. They was kind of just saying that he wasn't being a patriot, right? Unpatriotic. And it was crazy because people don't understand that because, first of all, like I said, his father is a veteran, right? So he has the utmost respect for veterans, obviously, because his father was one. But people are saying, no, this is crazy. It was completely disrespectful. How could you not understand how this is a bad thing to do in front of everyone watching, millions of people watching the game, and all of your colleagues are doing what they say is right to do? They was just up in roars, right? So do you think what Michael Strahan did was unpatriotic? Do you think it was disrespectful to the veterans for him just standing there and not putting his hand on his heart during the national anthem?
Well, there's no one more patriotic than your co-host.
That is true.
Right. Mm-hmm. I'm down for the red, white, and blue. Mm-hmm. But I'm hard pressed to call him out for not being patriotic. If we're only talking about whether or not his right hand was over his left chest, you're gonna have to come with a bit more than that.
Okay.
Did Mike kneel? Mm-hmm. Did he walk away? Did he turn his back to the flag? Was there any act of defiance? That, my friend, is what you call a rhetorical question, because I already know the answer. Mm-hmm. No, he didn't. Mm-hmm. And so from that standpoint, I would say, no, it's not an act, or I don't think it's a gauge of his level of patriotism. Mm-hmm. And I think there's, I've got that file cabinet which I put things, or I filed this under nothing to see here.
Okay.
I think that's what that is. I think we need to be careful with reading too much into things, because many of us, sometimes during that time, maybe one with our thoughts, we have a personal relationship with our country and what it means to us. Doesn't suggest that we're unpatriotic. And so if Big Mike was, like I said, turning his back to the flag, kneeling, walking away, demonstrative talking, there's so many other things, right? Multiple choice, right? Things that he could do. And then we've got something to talk about. But if we're just talking about a hand in the heart, no, stop, folks. Please stop it. Don't label him that. Don't do that to him. Because I think it's misplaced. And you know me, I don't tolerate that. That's just me personally.
Right.
And I'm that's just not me. That's not where I'm from. I think I disagree with I disagree with a lot of what folks do in protest of it. I think time and place. So I've never been a fan of it, although maybe in some cases I understand the reasoning behind it, but it's not something I would do.
Right.
So with all of that said, I don't feel no kind of way about Mike.
Yeah, and I think in this whole political landscape that we're in right now, I think people's antennas are raised way too high right now.
That's fair.
And they're thinking things might be a certain way, and it really isn't. And to your point, people are looking way too far into things that they really should. And if they have a certain thought pattern, they're going to be like, "Oh, he did put his hands on his chest. Right. He's being like."
You're looking for anything.
Yeah, you're looking for anything, right? If they think he might be with a certain political affiliation or whatever the case may be, yes, you're looking for anything. And I agree with you to your point. Sometimes there's things that are just not there. Now, to the other point, can I understand how some people, I guess, might be offended by that? Okay, I can't say why someone may be offended or not, right? That might really offend you, why someone doesn't have their hands up there for the national anthem in their heart. So, so should I say they shouldn't be offended? I guess I can't say that. Can I understand why they may be offended? Guess. I don't know, but could you see where people may be offended by his actions?
Based off of what he did? No, based off of what he did. Listen, clearly people are offended, but based on what he did, I don't see why, other than you may have your own personal feeling about it. So remember when we were children, we would do the Pledge of Allegiance, right? For that, you had your hand over your heart. That's a pledge. We're literally swearing our allegiance to the to the country, to the flag, right?
Right.
That seems more appropriate to stand there with your hand on your heart as you swore your allegiance to this country.
Right.
As little kids getting indoctrinated into the,
Right.
It is what it is. We're all fine with it.
Right.
Standing there feeling national pride, right, in hearing our national anthem, I don't know if you're required to feel like, your hand needs to be on your heart during that. There's no pledge.
But it's the norm.
There's no pledge. But you know what I mean? So from that standpoint, it just, to me, it just has a different connotation to it. And so the guy or gal to my left or right is no more a patriot than I am, or this person is, because this person is standing with their hand on their heart and someone is standing there, hands clasped together, with their head down in honor. And showing, and humility. Like maybe that was a part of it.
It was a part of it. Yeah. And I got to say, I was very happy because Michael came out on Instagram and he said, listen, this is all nonsense. Obviously, I have complete respect for our veterans.
Absolutely.
And I would never disrespect veterans. He says, like he said, it's true. His father is a veteran, right? So he has the utmost respect for them. He was in the moment. They was singing the national anthem, and he was just in a zone. He said himself that he was just thinking about everything that the veterans have been through, his father, all the veterans, and he kind of just zoned out a bit, and he wasn't even thinking anything about that. Definitely, he didn't do that to make any kind of stand or any kind of political view or anything like that whatsoever. He just zoned out, and to his credit, he did apologize if what he did offended anyone. Like, we've had conversations like that, and lots of times I feel like I don't feel like I'm wrong, but I've had to apologize for situations, certain situations. Well, I didn't feel like I was wrong.
But did you really? Did you really?
I liked it. Or other people may have not liked my apology. But here's the thing: it's still an apology, even if you don't understand.
It should be.
Even if you don't understand.
Please, I didn't see Mike's apology. Please tell me he didn't do a Jay special.
No,
he didn't do a Jay apology.
I love Michael Strahan. He's a great, intelligent man. I love what he's done with his. He's a stand-up man, and he did apologize for those who it may have offended. Stand-up guy. Well, I love that dude. Very good.
I hope that's the end of it. Right?
I hope so too.
I really hope that's the end of it. Those people who have protested against it, when they were questioned about it, they stood on business and said, hey, this is why I'm doing this, right?
Right.
Okay, so we're all clear. You did something. Yeah. We don't want to read into it. Right. Why did you do this? And then we got, okay, so my feelings towards that are not misplaced because you confirmed it. So whether it's Colin Kaepernick, whether it was Brittany Griner, Abdul Rauf, whomever it was, they said why. In this case, Mike said, no.
Ain't nothing here.
Nothing here. Nothing to see here. Right. So I hope that's enough for folks.
Right.
And just let it go. He clarified it. Move on, folks. Leave my boy Mike alone.
Exactly, man. Y'all ain't got other things to be worrying about, y'all. There's a lot of crap going on in this country right now. Be concerned about those things because ain't nothing here.
Yeah, there's tons of people you can direct that anger at. Yeah. Just listen to the J&K show because we used to talk about him. Mike ain't one of them people.
Nah, he ain't one of them. That's the good dude.
That's a good one. Right.
That's a good dude. All right, my man. It's been fun. Some great topics here, some great stories, and a lot going on in this world. And we're going to keep bringing you some great stories here on the J and K Show. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, all those great formats and platforms, shall I say. You'll get great stuff going on with the J and K Show. All right. So listen, I'm your man, J Rob, my brother K. Tune in next week for more fun, hot topics on the J and K Show. Until then, be good, be well, peace. We out, y'all.